Alright, so this is Sonya. This is far and away my favorite character in the game. Not just because she's OP, but because she has always been very simple, yet very aggressive and very, very difficult to deal with. Ever since the alpha. She hasn't always been great. She's been great for the most recent memory, but back from pre-beta days, she went through some rough times. The way that she is in her current iteration, though, her Q is her Ancient Spear. You throw this out. If it hits someone, it pulls Sonya towards them. You do some damage, stunning them for a little bit, whacking them, and generating Fury, which is your trait. You don't have mana. And then W is Seismic Slam. Pretty simple AoE. It's targeted whoever you click on and then whack with. You're going to do some damage and it's going to splash behind them too. Whirlwind is your E, and this is your main form of sustain. You're going to spin around for a couple seconds and you're going to heal off of the damage that you do. Obviously you get way more healing for damage you do to heroes. Then Fury, like I said, is your trait. You don't have mana. You generate Fury from being hit or dealing damage or using your spear, or if you take the talent Shot of Fury, you can get a chunk of Fury from there. You also get 10% movement speed when you're using basic or heroic abilities. So when Sonya does start spinning or slamming or spearing, she walks faster. So our ultimates, our fun ultimate is Leap. You're going to jump on people, stun them for 1.25 seconds, and do a teeny bit of damage. But your ultimate death is Wrath of the Berserker. This is an attack damage steroid, as well as a built-in relentless. So if you get hit with stuns or slows or any of that crowd control crap, you are going to half it with this ultimate. And you can extend this with gaining Fury by using your spear, hitting things, taking damage, all that stuff we just mentioned. This is the go-to ult, so we'll see if we can get some traction out of it, or if there's enough room to have fun with Leap. Alrighty, let's hop in. Alright, so we're on Sonya. We're on the new map. I love one of those things and am really not excited about the other. At level 1 though, I think this particular game is going to be okay for Warpaint, because there is not a whole lot of AA damage to block on that team, and even if we did, Lucio would probably kill those charges real fast. The way that their team is set up though, this may end up being a Leap game, because there is so thin, or there's a huge backline, but there is a very thin front line. Cho'Gall getting rocked it real hard right in the start there, giving the enemy team 2 free kills. I'm going to go ahead and go bottom. And Cho'Gall is going to come back while Lily tries to hold that. When you're playing Sonya, one of your biggest jobs is to soak and make sure that the enemy team, or that you win your lane, basically. Mud Pit, yeah. Cool new mechanic. Slows you down. Since KT is in this lane, since their whole method of dealing damage is mage primarily, nobody on their team can hang with us in lane no matter what they do. So even if we do take all this ridiculous damage, oh good, AI players, we're gonna let the lane push up a little bit so we don't have to try to heal off of the wave. Yep. Just whack things as best we can. We do heal off of our auto attacks and our spins, honestly. So nothing that KT can do in this lane is really gonna give him much of an advantage over us. Just walk in the bush, walk back and forth in the bush. I could go up to middle and help out, but we're going to save that. See if he can blow his combo. We're going to take Shot of Fury at this level, because this is going to give us a follow-through on our W. Yep, that really does not matter to me, man. Literally all the damage that he can do. Is he going convection maybe? Is that why he wants? He is. So he's going to be playing super passive, and we really don't have to. Shot of Fury though gives you a follow through, so your next attack after you use a Seismic Slam does extra damage, and you are going to heal extra off of that damage. So in addition to being able to hit your D to get Fury immediately. Oh, and it worked. Did you see the spear go all the way over there because of the... that's funny stuff. I'm going to come over here and help with this, because the objective is important, even though I did really want that kill. We can sustain through a lot of this as well. Let's stop him. And spin. Stopping and spinning. Stop and spin. Alright. Right now it does look... Wow, that hit? Wow! Okay, so you can pull through the objective apparently. And we're going to get stopped by that. Stitches did not get stopped, or did not stop our objective, so I am completely expecting this game to snowball out of control with this objective only. We're going to take Poison Spear here, because the more damage that we do with our Q, the happier I'm going to be. Poison Spear is essentially a whole nother Q over 6 seconds when you land a Q. So it is good for damage on heroes, damage on buildings, damage on everything that your heart could ever desire. So when you engage, as long as you don't suck at landing that skill shot, you're gonna have a fun time. Let's go ahead and hit our Shot of Fury to get our Fury. Ah! And then spin on this Lucio. That's okay. We're gonna get this fort. Gall gets the kill on Lucio. Everybody's happy. Zul in the top lane with his objective, just straight up slapping that building's face. No fucks given. Looks like we may have Lily in the bottom lane. Lily, obviously, not enough damage to secure the building. We're going to take Leap here. I'm feeling real happy with our chances. I was kind of hoping my team would go in on that, but that's okay. Let's just heal up with our autos. Good thing my Q was not available there, because I would have gone in and gotten myself killed on that building. Which, you know, dying is bad. So let's run our happy asses up here to this camp. You know what? Let's not do that. Let's just keep clearing the lane, put the pressure on the bottom fort here. Yes. There you go. Those lanes are pushed. We want to stay in the one that isn't pushed to get the most pressure, because they're going to have to respond to the bottom, or the middle and the top as well. And this whole ordeal here should be nice, tasty forward. Let's just clear the wave, get our minions up here. If I have to, I can leap out. Yeah, we're just gonna do it. Even though that's a really big cooldown, I didn't want to waste, or risk wasting the death, because giving the team that comeback experience at this stage is not good, especially when we are up 2 levels on them. I'm going to go top, clear out the minions that have pushed up. Looks like our Cho'Gall is doing good up there. Zebo really trying to fight us right now, down this many levels with no ult. So dodge the frogs. I think he got away. He did. He got away with his Witch Doctor legs. Let's just do as much damage as we can to the boss. Our guys are going to be here in time, and this is going to be on a keep, so it's going to be really difficult for the enemy team to respond to both the objective and the boss. Don't come over here. I will kill you. Thank you. Oh, you didn't. You just set yourself in the middle of nothing. Let's get ourselves some fury. And let's get ready to leap! It was totally worth it. Now we're going to spin and try to get our health back. Didn't do as much because Lily was on this side, so we didn't get any of them supplementary heals, but we did get the KT kill, and that's gonna make that trade worth it. We got the objective as well, and they still have to deal with boss on their keep. I do really love the way this boss looks. Like, as much as I may hate WoW, I do love the Warcraft lore and design, and truly props to the art team on all of the stuff that they do for that game. We're going to take Mystical Spear here because this is our only method of escape. And oh man, please don't die, I'm coming. I almost took that merc camp, but I didn't because I thought you guys were gonna need assistance. Oh, get that pull, you handsome double-headed ogre motherfucker. Just jump in, get the stun, get some fury back. How did you not get rooted there? That's interesting. Let's just stay here. Get these lanes cleared out so that our objective goes straight for the keep. He is taking his sweet time. It's not like the Tomb of the Spider Queen where it just skyrockets down the lane. Skyrockets down. Up and down. Words are difficult. Just dodge the flame strike. Get in here. You'll notice too with this objective, as long as you're standing in the little AoE, you're going to do more damage and you're going to move faster. Get some damage on the KT. Just kind of spin on him. And then now that Cho'Gall's here, we may be able to look to kill the enemy team. Oh, you lucky motherfucker. We're going to spin just like the boss is doing. Going to try to get some damage out. It's still tough to kill, especially with the armor that it has from the 2 remaining keeps. But we do have this half-health objective going ham. Like, look at how fucking ridiculous the damage is. And it's unstoppable, too. You can't actually kill it. Let's just jump on KT to make sure he dies. Cho'Gall getting the heals, hopefully. Let's just spin. Got saved by that. Make sure he dies. And we're going to hit this Nazebo because he is standing still. At this level, we're going to take Nerves of Steel because the shield is the greatest mechanic for baiting the enemy team, saving yourself in sticky situations. So, all the shielding that you get from Nerves of Steel is going to help you heal also. Because when you are spinning, if you have your shield active, you're going to be taking pure health regen because the enemy team has to break through your shield before they can do damage to your health. So your effective healing goes up because you're not losing health. So let's just do more building damage, get this fucking armor off of the enemy core, and win this stupid game. We are 16, our Cho'Gall is completely untouchable at this point. He's unstoppable, his damage is insane, and it looks like the enemy team is just ready to die. No bye-bye for you. Oh no. And we hit our shield, and suddenly we're healing like a motherfucker. Get the fort the fuck out of here, and then get Sonya in on this giant spinny bastard. You can't do it as well as I can. You cannot do it as well as I can. So that's Sonya in a nutshell. Run forward, kill people, hook people, make sure they don't have a fun game. That was so short. I loved every second of it. I still think this map needs a lot of adjustment. I'll give it to Lily, because without the heals, the dreams isn't reals. Um, anyway, that was Alterac Pass. That map needs serious tuning, because as you can tell, we didn't die almost at all, and the objective, I think we got 2 of them, and ran it through the entire enemy team. Got our Cho'Gall to 16 insanely fast, and just, like, kicked their fucking door in. No matter how good that the core is, in terms of dealing damage and, you know, maybe defending with its team, it's never going to be good enough to stop a Cho'Gall and the objective the way that it pushes. So, the map could use a look. But this is the build. You hit for auto attacks, you heal for 30% of them, which is buffed by Shot of Fury, because when you hit someone with your W, your next auto attack does more damage, which also you heal from. Your Poison Spear is going to give you a basically double spear damage when you hit someone with it, which is great. Usually we would take Wrath of the Berserker here, which is infinitely going to buff the Poison Spear damage more. But Leap, in this case, since they had this guy and this lady hanging out in the back line, and we didn't want them doing any of their things. So, Mystical Spear is going to be your 13 talent. This is your escape. It's also an engage, even if you miss, so be careful when you're doing it. But if you don't hit anybody, the cooldown on the spear is reduced, so it's a little bit forgiving, even if you do miss. At 16, you take Nerves of Steel, because that shield makes your effective healing on your E intense, and you're going to need it. It's going to make you happy. It's going to make the enemy team sad. That's the reason. At level 20, you would have taken either Composite Spear to get the range increase on your Q, or you would have taken Ignore Pain, which is basically a percentage damage shield that is going to act like a second Nerves of Steel. It's going to help you heal a lot more, reduce enemy damage, just cause havoc in their team. This is Sonya. She is literally my favorite fucking character in the universe. A lot of people will call her brain dead. It's definitely easy to play her, but when you get good with her, people can tell, because it's just like you're never able to ignore this hero. If you're not focusing her or stunning her, she's going to kill everybody. Anyway, if you liked the video, let me know. It was a short one. That's a good thing, possibly, maybe a bad thing also. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. You have yourself a nice day.